For nearly 30 years, Stephen Fleishman has been the director of the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art.
He's now decided it's time for him to retire. I caught up with him earlier today to talk about his career and what's next for him and the museum.
A lot of people use the word surreal, and as a museum person, I definitely have the right to use the word surreal.
You've been here almost 30 years now. How have things changed?
They've changed in every possible fashion. We, of course, in terms of a facility, used to be located in the old Madison Art Center, which was part of the Civic Center. And the galleries, while very accessible, were extremely convoluted and difficult to navigate. The collection was certainly far smaller. The exhibition program and education programs reached far fewer people and were less ambitious. Really, the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art has had the pleasure of growing up with its community.
30 years, that's unusual tenure for somebody running an arts organization, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of an anomaly. But Barbara, my wife, and I really fell in love with this community. We went to graduate school here. I've lived here on 3 different occasions. And you vote with your feet, and the people in this community have been so welcoming in every way that it's been a pleasure to serve in this capacity. I never intended to leave, and I never did.
It happens to a lot of people when it comes to Madison. What is your personal accomplishment, your greatest accomplishment, do you think?
I think there are a number of them, and really, as they say, I've stood on the shoulders of giants, and it's been my pleasure and privilege to do that. I've taken great enjoyment from the staff and board that I've worked with, particular enjoyment in seeing the staff go on to do great things, either here in Madison during their long tenures or in other capacities at other organizations around the world. The building, of course, how often do you get to be involved in the construction of a new mission-driven facility, and to see that take shape and to see it used so frequently by people both within the city and outside of the city is an amazing thing. And to watch the growth of the collection and a renewed emphasis on programming instead of the behind the scenes things that really don't matter to public viewers. Really being able to emphasize the museum's success and be a cheerleader has been a privilege for me.
What's in the future? What exhibit is coming up once you finally reopen?
Oh, there are a number of shows coming up once we reopen. We had 2 that opened just before the closure took place. So we've scrambled around and we've extended those shows so the Madison community will have an opportunity to see a James Cagle exhibition, an amazing photographer, and the collection of Mark and Judy Bednar, who are from Chicago, but their collection is coming to the museum and will form an important part of our Chicago Images collection in perpetuity. So those are exciting things. I'm organizing a sort of swan song exhibition called Full Circle. It won't open till next October, but it's about some of the key acquisitions and exhibitions that have taken place over the last 30 years. And of course, we're very excited to be in the late stages of looking for a new director for the museum. That's something I'm not personally involved with, but to me, I'm very excited to see a new set of eyes and new sensibilities coming into the museum. It's what contemporary art should be.
Your last day is May 1st?
It is. It'll be a strange day for me, for sure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure and honor to know you all of these 30 years. I remember when you first started, so best of luck in retirement, and hopefully we'll get through this situation very soon.
Well, Mark, I must have known you when you first started, too, then.
All right, Stephen, best of luck to you.
Thanks so much.
He's one of the good ones.